welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and make sure you're following me on Instagram. Okay guys, so let's get into this quick little video. I just want to give you guys a mini life update and where I'm at with competing right now. So unfortunately, and it was definitely very hard for me to do this, I did choose to not compete this year. So last year I originally said after my last competition that I probably would not compete in 2018 just because I had a lot of stuff going on in 2018, like my wedding, graduating, taking boards, trying to find a job, etc. And at first I was like, well, you know what, I'm done with school, I've graduated, I'm still taking boards, but I can go ahead and start prepping for October's competition. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And so I noticed that it was difficult for me. For one, there's so many different factors on why I'm choosing not to compete. I mean, everything just started, I just started to think about it, and I was just like, you know what, I might as well just wait until next year. So I will not be competing this year. I will be competing next year. So number one, it was the money. So the NPC, you have to purchase an NPC card. So I'll be purchasing the card, and then I would only have it from the end of October until December. All NPC cards expire December 31st. So I was like, well, that will kind of be a waste of money because I would have to purchase a new NPC card in January. So I was like, well, that's one thing. And then each competition, if you're doing open and novice, is roughly $200. That's more money. And then I wanted to do like 3 competitions this year. So I mean, I guess I could have got my money's worth, I guess, a little bit out of the NPC card, but I also wanted to get a coach. That's number 2. So I really want to get a coach and a posing coach and everything like that. And I do know who I'm looking at. I will be contacting them because I will be still using those people for a coach and posing coach. Just right now, it just isn't in my budget. So that's number 2. I wanted to get a coach and everything like that. So I really want to be where I want to be for the competition. So that's number 2. Number 3 is I don't have the job that I want yet. I'm still working as an intern right now. I'm trying to see where I'm going to be getting a real job at soon. So that's number 3, I guess. So that's number 3. I want 3. Yeah. So basically I don't have the job I want yet. So I don't have the job I want to make the money so I can purchase or, you know, pay the coaches and things that I want. So my thing is, right now I just have a lot on my mind. That's number 4. There's so much stuff on my mind right now that I've been thinking about. You know, I'm trying to think about a job, I'm trying to think about this, I'm trying to think about work. So I don't really have it in me to focus on competing right now. I do have the material to make me a suit. I do plan on going ahead and making a suit sometime soon, after I get a job. And then once I get my job, I will go ahead and get with my coach. That way I can hit the ground running next year in January. That way I bought the NPC card in January-ish. That way I can compete all year. So I feel like that would be a better deal than purchasing an NPC card now and then having to buy another one in January. So when it all comes down to it, it really comes down to the money, okay? Because competing is not cheap. Even though I do make my own suits, that saves me money. However, you still have a lot of other stuff to think about that you have to pay for, like the competitions, which are expensive, the travel and hotel fees for the competition, the glam, hair, makeup for the competition, the coach, posing coach, supplements, the food. So I really just had a lot on my mind, and it wasn't allowing me to focus. I want to be able to focus on competing. When I get ready to compete again, I want to be able to be like, okay, I'm focused on this competition. Even though I'm working and doing things like that, you know, I want competing to be a major focus. So yeah, that's basically why I'm not competing this year. Like I said, it comes down to money, and I just don't really see the point now in buying an NPC card for 2 months. Like, see, last year I competed in July. I had planned on competing in May last year, but I ended up competing in July, and I competed in October. So I mean, it was kind of worth it to purchase the NPC card, but being that I'm only going to be doing October or November, because I mean, I'm not competing after Thanksgiving, I want to eat. So I think that it would be kind of a waste of my money. So I'm just just gonna do what I said I was gonna do originally, and I'm not gonna compete in 2018, but I do plan to hit the ground running in 2019, maybe looking at some March show dates. So hopefully by December I'll be settled in a job. I'll have the job I want to work at, or I'll be working somewhere making more money, and yeah, I'll be more settled with life, so I can afford my coach, afford my posing coach, and I can go ahead and pick out the competitions that I want to do for the next year. But guess what? I am ready to compete. It was so hard for me to just be like, okay, Derek, you can't compete this year. Like, it really hurt my heart because I really wanted to compete, but I just wasn't really in it. And see, I was doing cardio every day. I was meal prepping, but I just wasn't in it. My mind, I wasn't mentally there. And to be a bikini competitor, you do have to have that mental capacity. So I think it's a good idea for me to just wait until next year. I'm still working out just about every day. My only days I don't work out is like if I'm working a 12-hour shift at work. So, and then some days I do work this 12-hour shift, I'll get up early that morning and do cardio with my elliptical at home. So I'm trying to keep up with the cardio. I've still been doing like 45 minutes of cardio on the days I do cardio, which I'm trying to do cardio 4 to 5 days a week, because I'm trying to aim towards competing later. I don't want to just be right now eating everything and doing all this. Even though I'm not being strict on what I eat, I do try to make healthier choices. And for lunch, I definitely meal prep my meals for lunch when I'm at work. So I'm trying to make strides to that big goal that I have for next year. But yeah, that's a little bit of my competition life update.